If your flight path crosses danger, you're in for a rough ride. Here's what really happened in this week's plane crash. On February 1, 2025, a PSA Airlines Bombardier CRJ-700 collided with a U.S. Army Black Hawk helicopter near Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport. All 67 people on board both aircraft perished in this tragic accident. The crash occurred over the Potomac River just shy of the airport. The plane was at 325 feet altitude, while the helicopter was flying above its 200-foot limit. Investigators are looking into potential altitude and vision issues of the helicopter crew, including whether night vision was being used. A technical malfunction is also under scrutiny. The NTSB is leading the investigation. Wreckage recovery started today, and will be analyzed in a local hangar. The operation is expected to wrap up by February 12th. So far, 55 victims have been identified and their remains recovered. Family members gathered at the crash site on February 2nd to pay their respects. NTSB investigator J. Todd Inman has called for improved safety measures. Some flights in the area are temporarily suspended for inspections. Analysts predict significant changes to air safety policies and regulations. This incident raises serious questions about airlines' preventive measures and could lead to increased investment in safety technology. The Potomac River, a serene and historic waterway, became the site of this devastating tragedy. The collision happened in the early hours of the morning, when visibility was low, adding to the complexity of the situation. Eyewitnesses reported hearing a loud explosion and seeing a fireball in the sky, followed by debris raining down into the river. The PSA Airlines Bombardier CRJ-700 was on a routine flight from Charlotte to Washington, D.C., carrying 50 passengers and 4 crew members. The U.S. Army Black Hawk helicopter was on a training mission with 13 personnel on board. Both aircraft were following their designated flight paths, but a series of unfortunate events led to the catastrophic collision. The helicopter crew's use of night vision equipment is a focal point of the investigation. Night vision technology, while beneficial, can sometimes create depth perception issues, especially in low-light conditions. Investigators are also examining the communication between the two aircraft and air traffic control to determine if there were any lapses or misunderstandings. A technical malfunction in either aircraft could have contributed to the crash. Maintenance records are being thoroughly reviewed to identify any potential issues that may have been overlooked. The NTSB is also considering the possibility of a bird strike or other external factors that could have caused the collision. The NTSB's investigation team is working around the clock to piece together the events leading up to the crash. They are using advanced technology, including flight data recorders and cockpit voice recorders, to gather as much information as possible. The preliminary report is expected to be released within the next few weeks, providing more clarity on the cause of the accident. The recovery operation is a massive undertaking involving multiple agencies and specialized equipment. Divers are scouring the Potomac River for debris, while cranes and other heavy machinery are being used to lift larger pieces of wreckage. The goal is to recover every piece of the aircraft to ensure a thorough investigation. The wreckage is being transported to a secure hangar where it will be meticulously examined. Investigators will reconstruct the aircraft to better understand the sequence of events. This process is painstaking and requires a high level of expertise and precision. The identification of victims is another critical aspect of the investigation. Forensic teams are working tirelessly to match remains with dental records, DNA samples, and personal belongings. This process is emotionally taxing for both the investigators and the families involved. The memorial service held on February 2nd was a somber event, attended by family members, friends, and officials. Flowers, candles, and photographs were placed at the crash site as a tribute to the lives lost. The community has come together to support the grieving families, offering condolences and assistance. In the wake of the crash, NTSB investigator J. Todd Inman has emphasized the need for improved safety measures. This includes better training for pilots and crew, enhanced communication protocols, and more rigorous maintenance checks. Some flights in the area have been temporarily suspended for inspections to ensure the safety of passengers and crew. Analysts predict that this incident will lead to significant changes in air safety policies and regulations. Airlines may be required to invest more in safety technology such as collision avoidance systems and advanced navigation tools. This could also prompt a review of current air traffic control procedures to prevent similar accidents in the future. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Stay safe and informed.